And Beach Bums Media is proud to present In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley. He's just plain Rob from the Stark Naked Truth, and I'm just Ashley.
From the Beer Cave.
Right here live in the Beer Cave. You can follow us on Twitter at Bums Media, on Instagram at Beach Bums Media, or you can search us out in the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley on YouTube, Facebook, the podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Google Play. Or you can just go straight Google and Google In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley, and you're going to find us. Trust me. But you have to put Rob and Ashley on there. If you put In the Beer Cave, you're going to get a
whole bunch of stuff. Stuff that you may not want to see.
That's right. That's right. Rob's email is robspcbums, B-U-M-Z, @gmail.com. And you can email me here at the show, beachbumsmedia@gmail.com. And as always, our studio line is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 850-588-9275 for your comments, concerns, funny stories. And don't forget to leave your name and number, so if we need to, we can call you back. And
love to have you on the show.
Oh, absolutely. Call in. And our bumper music today is provided by bensound.com. So, Friday, good week.
Yeah, yesterday, Veterans Day.
And my mother's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
I talked to her twice.
Yeah, nice.
There is her brother, my Uncle Neil, her brother, who is 10 years older than her, will be in Fort Worth tomorrow for several days. He's flying back from, he lives in Connecticut, flying back from California. He's going to make a stop off in Dallas-Fort Worth, see my mom for about a week, and continue his journey on back up to Connecticut. He enjoys going to the museum where my mom is a docent, which is a tour guide, and he likes the Japanese gardens. And the Japanese gardens in Fort Worth are very nice. Been to them. It's very cool. Oh, and the museum. Mom took me on a tour one time. It was good. So Dee and I had a private tour. I felt like somebody.
VIP treatment.
We got to go into some areas that the public doesn't get to go to.
That's right.
Cool. It was really cool.
So yesterday, Mom's birthday. It was also Veterans Day, and I had to work. I'm extremely tired right now. I was so exhausted when I got home, and ate something and laid down to go to sleep, and oh my gosh, I couldn't get to sleep.
Was it like I forgot to do something?
No, it's just I couldn't. I don't know what it was. I couldn't shut my brain down.
See what happens when you party all the time, then you try to go to work, and then you get older. It happens.
I didn't get to sleep. Well, I also have bouts with insomnia, and apparently I'm in one of those bouts. I didn't get to sleep, honestly, Ashley, until 6 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
And I slept. I slept until 9 o'clock, so I had about a 3-hour nap in the last 24 hours.
Kid.
So please forgive me if I'm not so coherent today.
Well, Jeffrey Burkett says Ashley is cooler.
Oh,
on the live feed.
Bite me, Jeff.
Is it? It's the ear things, isn't it? See, told you. It's the new ears.
I love Jeff. Pookie, you're the best there is, man.
And we're not going to tell that joke on the air because we're not political, but that is kind of funny.
You know, Pookie is the one that started the humor in uniform type stories.
I love it.
And, I started talking about basic training stories, and we started talking about stuff that happened on Crete. He and I were stationed together there. He was a firefighter, and I was a broadcaster. And, yesterday, Veterans Day, I had to work. A lot of veterans that are good friends had to work.
Well, if you didn't work at the post office or the bank, you had to work because it was a federal holiday.
Well,
so
yeah.
A federal employee, and banks were closed.
But met up with a couple of vets after work and shared our stories, which we've done many times anyway. But the one thing I can say, and Jeff, agree with me or not, I'm sure you do. The one thing we agreed on was no matter when you served, I was a Cold War vet. I didn't see combat. Plus, I was a broadcaster. I didn't see combat. My reserve days, I was an aeromedical tech. Should have been deployed. Didn't get deployed during Gulf War. Friends of mine did. But regardless, we wore the uniform.
Oh, yeah.
We swore the oath. We raised our right hand and we swore the oath.
I got a brother-in-law, Mike, Oklahoma. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. Anyway, 24 years he served. Not one time did he leave American soil.
Oh, you know,
because of his job. He was ready to go. He wanted to go.
Yeah,
He was always like the first in line, going, pick me.
I was willing and ready. Yeah, absolutely.
But they, I guess they had other duties for him to go do.
Well, you know,
and that happens, I'm sure. So it's not all about being deployed. And it's not all about being.
You hear so much about combat vets, and God love you, combat vets. My Lord, what you go through, what you've gone through. I mean, life and limb. But I did read an article yesterday about how much support troops are overlooked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And honestly, I think I would say about 70% of armed forces are support, supply, postal, broadcasters.
There's all kinds of support
female, loadmasters, flight crew chiefs. People that don't see actual combat.
Hey, I want to stop right there. You said Loadmasters. This is funny. My wife, right out of high school, was going to go and join the Air Force. Air Force family and all that stuff. And she took that test.
The ASVAB.
Whatever that test is. And they were going to make her a Loadmaster. And she said, no, I'm not going to do that.
Hey, a Loadmaster is actually an extremely important job.
My wife is a little petite woman, and she goes, I qualify to be a Loadmaster?
Well, hey.
And she said, no, I'm not going to do all that. So she didn't go through with it, obviously, but she was going to. They said, we're going to train you to be a Loadmaster.
I tell you what, she'd be making a lot of money in the commercial field these days, because Loadmasters are still very important, even for commercial airlines.
Absolutely.
What a Loadmaster is that they have to situate all the cargo on a plane so that it basically ballasts itself.
I have to do it driving a truck.
Right.
You don't want your truck going down the road like this all day long.
Right, exactly.
And when you unload it, you have to do it even so the truck doesn't do this and something could fall off.
So you have a Loadmaster, even for commercial airlines, when they're loading the luggage and whatever cargo they may be carrying. You have a Loadmaster. That's an extremely important job.
Oh yeah. I thought you might find kind of humor in that.
No,
D
was going to be a Loadmaster.
My wife is like
5'0" nothing.
4'9" on her bad day, 5'11", depending on if she's got her big flip flops on.
Well, yeah. She's like Sarah Beth's height. You could hug her and put your chin on her head.
But again, my wife is not short.
Well, I tell you what,
she's fun size. Just
for
the record, my wife is fun size.
And think about your wife and Sarah Beth. They had the same personalities. You don't want to mess with that little woman.
No.
Don't feel the wrath of that at all. But anyway, now we sat and we talked about our oath still stands to this day.
Yep.
To defend and protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I did do a little short video last night on the stark naked truth. And we don't get political on this show, but I will say this. We have some domestic enemies in power right now. I'm sorry.
It's always going to be that way for no matter what side of the table you're on. But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, we'll move on from that. But anyway, veterans, and I can call out names: Jeff, Kurt, Chief Kurt Ram, Wes Ellenberg,
Joe Cone, C-O-N-E, I guess.
Yeah, she went to our church, went to high school.
Anyway, she's on here. Thanks, military guys and gals. All you give up. Glad you're joining us today, man. Anyway, moving on. I get this thing called the Bay Bullet, and it's a free plug for them. And it's a weekly rag, I guess you would call it, about Panama City Beach. But I want to bring up, if you're in the area this weekend, it's really cool. The Emerald Coast Cruising Car Show is in town. The 10th through the 13th, so what's going on right now down at Errant Bassett Park, which is down near Pier Park. A lot of cool rides. These old guys have spent a lot of money in duding up these cars and doing restorations and remodels and all that stuff. It's really, really nice to go see. My wife and I will probably get out for a little while tomorrow, as limited as I can get around, and ride around and just look at the old cars. It's always kind of fun to see, and trust me, if you walk up and you start looking at one of these old cars in a parking lot, some old guy's going to walk up and tell you everything about that car that you want to know about it, friendly as can be, and
I'm proud.
I'm proud of it.
Because they probably restored it from the ground up.
One of my mom's friends, they came to town years ago, and we went to it, and we actually went into the venue, and we could walk past a car, and he would point to that car and tell you everything about that car, bumper to bumper, production date, and how he retains that information is beyond me. I have a hard time with yesterday.
Yeah. I have a hard time with my name.
Anyway, the Bay Bullet, Emerald Coast Cruising Car Show. I always have a good time with it. So if you're in town or around the area, or mark it on your calendar for next year. It comes usually about a week after or 2 weeks after Thunder Beach.
They have concerts. They have bands on stage.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people. Todd Herndon's playing.
Herndon, yeah.
There's a lot of great free concerts with the ticket of admission, and there's just a lot of stuff going around. Anyway, go check it out. Emerald Coast Cruising Car Show. You can look it up online, too. And today, it's going to be Friday, November the 12th. National French Dip Day.
Ooh, I love me some French dip.
National Pizza with Works Except Anchovies.
Or green peppers. I'm sorry, I'm not a good big...
And National Chicken Soup Day for the Soul.
Chicken soup for the soul. Okay.
If you're not feeling good, chicken soup. Chicken noodle soup. Tomorrow, the 13th, is going to be World Kindness Day.
We should be World Kindness Day every day.
But tomorrow's the recognition of it. On Sunday, it would be National Seatbelt Day.
Every day should be National Seatbelt Day.
Well, you know what? It is, because if you don't, you can get a ticket.
Get a ticket. Yeah.
And National Pickle Day.
All right.
And on Monday, we've got National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. Now, I don't know about y'all's house, but if we only do it once a year,
you got a problem.
I'm gonna need a bigger refrigerator.
You've already got two.
I'm out of Tupperware by a week.
Yeah, really.
We do on Saturday afternoon late or Sunday morning. It's clean out the refrigerator because we're running out of Tupperware in the house.
Yeah. Go to the DG and get those little plastic containers.
Yeah. Actually, here's a tip, and Dee does it. You know those plastic containers you can bring home food in and all that?
Yeah, from especially from Chinese restaurants.
Yeah, not the styrofoam.
No, the plastic ones, yeah.
Wash them, store them. Then if you have a party, that's your to-go container. That way you don't have to worry about getting your Tupperware back. Or if you're going to a party, take it. You don't have to worry about your Tupperware making it back home.
And now I'm thinking about it. I want some Chinese food.
There you go. Gin.
Yeah, gin.
Next Tuesday is Check Your Wipers Day. Always good to do that.
I need to get some new wipers.
Here in Florida, it's probably once a month.
Yeah. lately.
Yeah, Wednesday the 17th is going to be National Take a Hike Day.
Now, like, in the sense of actually go hiking, or
Yes.
is it a sense of get out of here, take a hike?
Go walk a trail.
Yeah.
And this is also important, National Educational Support Personnel Day. Same thing as ground support, all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
Teachers have support people that.
School administrators.
Yep.
Everybody had the school secretary.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knew that.
Yep.
And she basically ran
everything.
Everything.
The principal was just the guy up in the front
Yeah.
office with the
Yeah.
paddle.
Exactly.
Then next Thursday, the 18th, will be National Princess Day. Now, who doesn't know a princess?
I had my princess. I miss my princess.
Oh,
She was my princess.
I was thinking of Dee Dee.
Well, yeah.
That's a joke for another time. He'll get it.
I don't have a princess right now. I am taking applications, however, so email me robspcbbums
At gmail.com.
at gmail.
Don't send them to me because I probably won't forward them. Oh, include a photograph.
Yes, please do. Under 21, not need to apply.
Yeah, do not. No.
Do not.
No.
And whatever you do not send naked pictures to Rob S. PC Bums. That's Rob S. PC Bums with a Z at gmail.com.
Make them tasteful. And Thursday is also Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then the Great American Smokeout.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm thinking that's about putting the cigarettes out, not smoking your turkey. I told somebody one time, they go, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? I said, well, I'm going to smoke a turkey. And he looked at me and I go, yeah, you know how many papers it takes to wrap that sucker up?
I'm telling you, it's hard to fit in that pipe. No, when you said that, I remember years ago, when I was stationed on Crete, we did a parody of the Great American Smokeout. It was a radio parody comedy bit. We called it, we had the world's heaviest smoker as an interviewee. And it was, of course, it was one of our guys that was,
Was he a chain smoker?
No, he was just playing this guy that, he talked like this. He goes, I'm against the Great American Smokeout. I want the Great American Smoke In, where everybody has to smoke.
Were you interviewing Cheech and Chong?
It was
Willie?
It was one of the funniest bits. Of course, we got in trouble for it.
Oh, absolutely. I could see that.
Military broadcasting, people we got a lot of complaints for comedy.
I don't think the military broadcasting company wants Cheech and Chong and Willie Nelson on the air.
Oh man, we got in trouble for so many things, but we were just having fun doing comedy. It was like, it's comedy, man. It's comedy. It's like Robin Williams on Good Morning Vietnam. This is comedy. We're having fun. It's a parody. It's, oh, we're getting complaints. Oh, lighten up, Francis.
Don't call me Francis.
I kill you.
Don't touch my stuff. Stripes, that was a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great movie. Anyway, what else happened this week? Anything noteworthy?
Well, yeah, a lot of things happened noteworthy that we won't touch on because it delves into the political and social realms that we don't touch on much here. But as far as personal, very slow week at Dick's Sporting Goods. I mean, painfully slow week to the point where I'm walking around looking for things to do. I'm looking for little pieces of paper to pick up.
Well, they got these big windows up front. You could wash those, couldn't you?
Oh, that's not my job.
Oh. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean.
That's right. Yeah, the old military days.
Well,
but I did last night. I said because yesterday for veterans they were giving a 10% discount for veterans, plus I get my employee discount. And I said, so does that mean I get 10% on top of my 20% or 25%? And I went, yeah.
Wow.
So I started looking around. I was like,
His car's full.
Well, I was like, well, there's nothing I want that I can afford. What I do want, I can't afford right this minute.
How many sets of clubs you got out
Yeah,
there?
exactly. Yeah.
Well, I got myself 4 more weeks in this boot.
Man, you know, I was watching one of our episodes the other night, and when you first got the boot, and you said I got 4 weeks in this, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's been 2 months now.
I've been in the boot for about 12 weeks total.
Yeah. Almost, yeah, 3 months.
Yeah. So, and I've got 4 more weeks on it. And the doctor, we talked about it. It is getting better, but we don't want to just say, okay, you're healed and go, and then just undo everything that I've done. So, got just a little bit more time in the boot, knee walker, and a cane, and a power chair to go to the mailbox.
You like that power? I'm gonna put like 2 marine batteries on there.
Oh, there's 2 batteries in it right now. I haven't charged it up the other day.
I mean, more power.
Oh no, I thought about gassing that thing up.
Yeah.
I have ridden it down the street to the Chevron.
Well, yeah, I know.
Dee had a video of it. It's kind of funny. Family still laughs at me about it. And you know, everybody comes over here and we hang out and all that stuff. Everybody wants to foot race in that thing. Knock yourself out.
Foot race.
Yeah. No, that thing hums down the road pretty good.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does a pretty good job. Anyway, it goes faster than I can walk.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a pretty quick little chair.
And that's something you picked up off the side of the road.
No, I actually got it from a friend of mine. A friend of Dee's and I. Sight unseen.
Oh, it's the other one that you got off the side of the road.
Yeah, the one that is gone now. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
We dumpster dived for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. Get into some odd news of the week that I found. And now. Right down your street. It's odd news of the week that you may have missed and want to know about it. It's brought to you by Biker's Edge and what was that guy's name?
Chase Diamond.
Chase Diamond. This week, we'll give him another plug this week. From UPI, this is kind of interesting for all you computer geeks.
United Press International.
An Apple I computer dating to 1976 is up for auction in California, and the auctioneers said they expect to fetch up to $600,000. It's the very first one.
It honestly does not surprise me. An Apple I computer. I mean, that was those big floppy disks.
Yeah, and it was just a big wooden box thing.
Yeah.
It was designed by Steve Wozniak, assembled and tested by Steve Jobs, and it's had 2 previous owners before going on the auction block. The lot comes with a Dynetics keyboard, a Rev D, a 1986 Panasonic video monitor, some relevant cords, an Apple I basic manual, Apple I operations guide, a MOS 6502 programming manual, and 2 Apple I software cassette tapes. So I guess it was before the floppy was tapes.
Yeah, well, yeah. You had to have
the operating system on one, and then
you had to plug your cassette tapes in to kind of back up like they did deal with the real tapes, but for your home computer, you could do it on cassette.
On cassettes. Only 200 Apple I computers were ever made by Jobs and Wozniak. A working Apple I sold for $671,000 when it was auctioned off in Germany in 2013. The auction house said the bidding opened Tuesday morning. There is a follow-up on this. I didn't get it printed off, but I believe it did sell, but I don't know what it sold for. But it was one of the original 200 Apple I's.
Wozniak actually did a cameo appearance
on the Big Bang
Theory.
Yeah.
When Sheldon had his virtual
we think it's pretty nifty. Well, that's what we were going for.
And then he fell down the stairs and went, yeah, bring it down, I'll autograph it. So he gets up and he picks it up and runs down the stairs, and he falls down the stairs and he goes, "Aw."
Yeah. Oopsie.
But yeah, Wozniak actually
Yeah.
did a little cameo on
Yeah,
there.
he did.
Steve Jobs never did a cameo on. Of course, I think he passed away before.
I think he was had already passed away. Liver cancer, is that right?
Something like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's something interesting that just our world keeps evolving into. On Monday, Uber Eats introduced a new delivery category, babies and kids, for the parents in need of emergency diapers and thermometers. You know, I'm thinking emergency diapers could go both ways.
I was thinking the same thing. I just wasn't going to go there, but thank you for going there.
I'll do it.
I'm thinking,
I'm getting there.
what would you like? Depends. What do you mean depends on what? No, depends. What would you? Depends.
Well,
Depends on what?
Well, sometimes you just can't depend on anything.
Yeah, who's on first? Depends.
In the latest in the series of new verticals launched by Uber Technologies during the pandemic, including delivery of groceries, prescriptions, alcohol, and flowers. Uber is partnering with national brands including Buy Baby Buy, or Bye Bye Baby, B-U-Y, and Bed Bath & Beyond.
I'd like some Pampers, some roses,
Bottle of tequila.
and a fifth of Jack. Yeah, a bottle of tequila. Because I need them all right now.
They're also creating exclusive partnerships with direct-to-customer companies like organic baby food brand Yummy. That's Y-U-M-I.
Okay.
From June to August, there were more than 20,000 searches for baby supplies on the Uber Eats app, including diapers, baby food, wipes, and that's all according to Beryl Sanders, head of the partnership for new verticals for the U.S. and Canada for Uber Eats. We're hearing it internationally, too, from a lot of new parents. There is often a parenting and an immediate need for a product. If your baby is running a fever, you need to have that thermometer. Well, here's some tips.
Get one before you have a baby.
If you know you're having a baby,
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. Yeah.
stock up.
Yeah.
If you have a bigger baby, you can get the oral or
Depends. You know what? You know what the difference between an oral
and rectal.
and rectal thermometer is? The taste.
Anyway, no comment on specific amount of money the company has dedicated to the category, but they expect to say that 200,000 donation to Baby, and they expect huge profits. It's going to be useful to the diapering world.
The diapering world.
Delivery charges will be the same as for restaurants on the platform.
I wonder if the White House has a direct line.
It's the blue phone. Not the red phone. It's the blue phone. It's taking a shot in the dark on that one.
Hey, Uber Eats, we have a problem.
Blue phone calling. The fees for this usually range from $1 to $5. Those products will represent a wide range of options, including ones from such national chains as Walgreens and CVS. We see grocery, convenience, and alcohol delivery as a core of our new verticals. Babies and kids is a surprise product. We're trying to listen to the needs of the consumer so you can get just about anything you need in 2022.
I just find it interesting that you use the words alcohol and babies and kids in the same sentence. Shut your kid up. Give him a shot. Oh, my Lord.
Speaking of kids and babies, this was kind of brought to my mind about switching at birth.
Oh, I think I heard this story.
It's starting to gain some ground on a lot of different platforms. 2 California couples gave birth to each other's babies after a mix-up in a fertility clinic. Spent months raising children that weren't even theirs before swapping the infants, according to a lawsuit. It's one thing to get switched at birth. It's another thing to have your egg swapped
in the clinic.
In the clinic. Anyway, it's a lawsuit.
You know, but I could see this as a silver lining to a cloud, if I may. Because now you've got two families that have been brought together with their children. One raised their other child for 2 months or 3 months, whatever. The other raised the other's child for 2 months, 3 months. And now you got these together and go, you know what? I loved the baby then, thinking it was ours, but it's yours. You loved your baby, thinking it was yours, but it's ours. So now we get together, and now we have kind of a surrogate family together. We all get together, and you know.
Yeah, but this goes on to say something about the distraughtness of.
Well, I can see the tragedy in
the
it.
The ladies weren't carrying what they thought were.
Well,
their
yeah,
DNA prodigy
right.
products.
I can understand that, but I can also understand. Okay, you were caring for a child that you thought was yours.
It would be like, I guess it would be like adopting a child from birth, and it's yours.
And then you have to give it up.
And then you have to give it up.
But
I could see that.
But you get one back. You're trading.
You're not losing anything, but yeah, it's just.
I mean, I can see them being distraught over thinking that they were caring for their own child. But like I said, the silver lining should be that these two families should get together and say, you know what, you cared for my child, we cared for your child. Let's come together and.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But the courts may have something else to say about it.
Well, yeah, the court's going to say, yeah.
Lawsuits pending.
Yeah.
Anyway.
$1.2 million for each family.
They did say it was It was an overwhelming by feelings of fear, betrayal, and anger, and heartbreak. I was robbed of the ability. Paperclip got stuck. Sorry about that. To carry my own child. I never had the opportunity to grow and bond with her during pregnancy or feel her kick. You felt the kick, it just wasn't your kid's kid. So, but no,
well,
I can see both sides of it. Anyway,
yeah.
A lawsuit's going to be pending on that. So,
like I said, I'm trying to see the positive side of this,
right.
The humanitarian side. I can see their side of it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a pause now and tell you about one of our sponsoring partners for all your biker and riding apparel needs. Biker's Edge is your place, located here in Panama City, Florida. Their hours are usually Wednesday through Sunday, 10 to 5. You can give Miss Pat a call at 850-624-6206. Make sure they're around and not out enjoying their toy hauler and or out riding their bike. She has been under the weather a little bit. She is still suffering from that nasal surgery that she had. She's still having some hard time with that. So Godspeed to you, Pat. I hope you get a speedy recovery. It's been a
long haul. Yeah,
at least a month, I believe.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I haven't talked to her in a while. I've tried to call her. Anyway, but the military discount will get you a 10%. And be sure and tell her that Robin, actually from the Beer Cave, sent you their way. And be sure.
Second Amendment, right?
Now, this is unusual from across the pond. A British man is offering an unusual chauffeur service by charging about $1,000 to give rides to weddings and other events in his tank taxi.
Like an actual tank.
Actual tank.
Nice.
Merlin Batchelor of Norwich, England, said his tank taxi, which is actually a armored personnel carrier, a vehicle that was similar look to a tank, cost him about $35,000 to purchase and repair for use in his business. First, he had neighbors and friends asked him to take friends of friends to people to different proms and parties. Batchelor said he now makes about $1,000 per driving people to weddings and funerals. Running late, out of my way.
Or if it's somebody you don't like.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my ex-fiance.
He said the unusual chauffeur service offers pure entertainment as you drive along the street. There's always people smiling, laughing, and pointing. He said the insurance for the vehicle is cheaper than that it is for his family's Honda Civic.
Wow.
Well, everybody gets out of your way.
Well, yeah. Somebody's going to hit you. You're going to win.
He said the kids love to go shopping in it. He said he is currently only licensed to carry passengers for weddings and funerals, but is hoping to get the necessary permits to branch out into proms, birthdays, and other events.
Weddings and funerals. The funerals are what cracks me up.
And now, if you're on the fence about getting the COVID shot, and we're not going to start a big debate, but this is just for information purposes only. A brothel in Austria has provided COVID-19 vaccinations for customers and offered free entry to the sauna club for anyone who agrees to have the jab. Fun Blast Brothel in Vienna offers clients a 30-minute session in the sexual sauna club with the lady of their choice if they get the vaccination at the on-site clinic.
Free.
Yep. Jab for a jab.
That that just might turn my head.
Go to Austria. Around 65% of the Austrians are fully vaccinated, and those who have not had the jab are barred from restaurants, hotels, hairdressing salons, and large public events.
They are actually announced today that certain areas, certain cities are actually, if you're not vaccinated, you are on lockdown.
You're locked down. The rules, which were announced on Friday night, are a response to the rapidly rising infection rate, which yesterday stood at 635 new cases per 100,000 residents in the last 7 days.
That's 6%.
3 times the level in neighboring Germany. Vaccines will be offered every Monday from 4 to 10 through the month of November in an effort to encourage men to get the jab in exchange for sauna club voucher worth 40 euros.
Okay, this is sexist. Encouraging men to get the jab. Okay.
Women are also being encouraged to visit the brothel for the vaccine to comply with the Austria equality laws.
Okay, what do they get in return?
A lady of their choice.
Well, if your boat don't row to that shore, what's the big deal?
I don't know.
Free vaccine.
Get a free vaccine out of deal.
I get a free shot. Didn't want it, but ooh, she's pretty. Yeah.
Kind of like around here, all the girls get together. Where they wind up? The Nugget.
Yeah.
Didn't make any sense to me, but that's where they go.
I'm a college student trying just to make my way through school.
Working the pole.
Whatever. Did I tell you about the time when I was working at 97X the first time? I got, and I will say this, I got roped in to working for Gold Nugget. I would go in and do a remote broadcast for 97X on Saturday nights from, I think it was 9 to 11, and then from 11 until 4 in the morning, I was their house DJ.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the good thing was I was getting paid for the remote, and I was getting paid to be a house DJ.
Right.
It wasn't mutually exclusive. It was, or at least, it wasn't a matter of you do this remote and then you be the DJ just for this flat fee. So, but anyway, there was one night, and these girls would come up and they'd give me their 3 songs to play as they're up there dancing, and I'd find them. Well, there was one girl who was a little bit of a diva, I guess, and I played the wrong song.
Smooth.
And she came up, and what was funny is that the manager of Gold Nugget was standing there, and she just read me the riot act. You played the wrong song, and I just had to be up there. I didn't even know what I was doing. I said, look, honey, this is not high art. If I play Old McDonald, you better be up there taking your clothes off. And the manager started cracking up laughing. He was like, oh my gosh, that was the funniest thing. This is not high art. If I play Old McDonald, you better be up there taking your freaking bra off.
They have tassels. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't work for you, sweetheart.
You had one job.
You had one job. Take it off. This was years and years ago.
Wow.
And it was something I did not want to do in the first place.
And be there 4 hours longer.
And I did not do that strip club DJ. Oh, coming up on stage right now is Kenny. Kenny, come on the stage right now. Oh.
She's a Libra.
Like, hey, Candy, get up here.
All right. Well, we'll move on down the road.
Yeah, sorry.
And now, the stories you're about to hear are true. The names have not been changed, so all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. It's time for Idiots in Jail. This one
Ladies and gentlemen,
is left over from last week. It was just too good not to.
Yeah, I was waiting for this one.
It was just too good not to do. We just ran out of time last week. A Florida TikTok star deliberately sparked a 100-mile-an-hour police chase. Then he told cops who arrested him his wealth and youth made him immune from the law. I'm going to read that again. A TikTok star deliberately sparked a 100-mile-an-hour police chase, then told the cops who arrested him his wealth and youth made him immune from the law.
Wealth and youth.
Yep. Damari Mikula, Mikula, 18, of Pasco, Florida, has more than 4 million followers on TikTok and has frequently posted content featuring his Dodge Challenger, a vehicle that can go up to 141 miles an hour with the top price of around $60,000. I think Mommy and Daddy's money had something to do with that too.
Yeah, you think? 18 years old, yeah.
Yeah, the TikTok star, who is said to make $400,000 to $450,000 a year, was recorded on Friday being chased in that car by Pasco County Police at the intersection of State Route 54 and Sun Lake Boulevard. The chase, which happened around 10:30 a.m., is said to have started after Mikula deliberately burned out the car while at a stop sign next to a cop to provoke the pursuit.
Don't ever do that.
He was later arrested in front of his home and did not post the clip of himself being pursued on TikTok, but troopers have since shared their own dash cam footage. Mikula had initially started the chase after he ran a red light, as well as doing a burnout move which saw his tires erupt in smoke while parked just in front of the patrol car. After he was captured running the light, Mikula did not attempt to pull over as police attempted to signal him. He continued to accelerate as police continued their pursuit and pulled over in a nearby residential neighborhood. The police identified the runaway driver as Mikula, as one of the troopers has seen him before. They showed up to his home to arrest him. He continued to brag about the large sum of money he made while police read him his Miranda rights. Mr. Mikula advised his state of mind was that he is young, makes lots of money, and has a fast car, and he can do whatever he wants.
Doesn't matter there, dude.
Mr. Mikula admitted that he was a foolish way of thinking and not a good way to live. Mr. Mikula advised he wanted to do something fun for 3 seconds, and it cost him. Mikula also added that he was planning to get onto the expressway to further evade the police, but then realized it could get him into more trouble. I guess when you have half the county behind you with blue lights.
Oh no, but you're young and you make all this money. How can you get in more trouble?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, Mikula, geez,
Yeah.
oh Pizzo, dude, you're untouchable.
The Florida Highway Patrol said that Mikula told the police that his car was parked in the garage and gave them permission to tow it. He was booked into Pasco County Jail without incident and charged with eluding, disregard of safety to persons or property, reckless driving, and racing on a highway. He has been released on bond.
Okay, lesson learned. You're not above the law. I don't care who you are.
So you're sitting there at a red light or a stop sign. Look to your right, nothing coming. Look to your left, police car. Oh yeah, let's light them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn out. Better to burn out than to fade away.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. A dispute over a borrowed sex toy ended with a Kentucky woman stabbing her male cousin with a kitchen knife, according to the cops who arrested the alleged assailant on multiple criminal charges.
Okay.
You can do that. You want to do that again?
Yeah.
A dispute over a borrowed sex toy ended with a Kentucky woman stabbing her male cousin with a kitchen knife, according to the cops who arrested the alleged assailant on multiple criminal charges.
That one sentence just gets better and better every time you read it.
Police were dispatched last month to a home in the city of Corbin after the occupant, Crystal Denham, called 911 to report that she had stabbed a relative.
Well, at least she owned up.
Yeah, she owned up to it. The 33-year-old told officers that Michael Barton, her cousin, had come to her residence and they got into an argument over a sex toy.
A borrowed sex.
Specifically, Denham added she wanted it back. He had borrowed it. Sadly, the sex toy in question is not further described in any citation, which identifies Barton as Denham's cousin and neighbor.
Okay. I can't. Every way my mind is going is not good right now. It is just a borrowed sex toy. A male cousin borrowed a sex toy. What kind of sex toy was this?
It doesn't say, and I'm not asking.
Borrow that. And at that point, why would she want it back? You can have it.
Keep it.
It's yours. I'll get a new one.
Miss Denham claimed that after she told Barton to get off her property, he grabbed her by the elbow. She used the kitchen knife in her hand to stab him, but she says, "I don't even think I drew blood." Barton, the cops report, suffered 3 minor cuts on his arm and back. He confirmed that the pair had gotten into the argument over the sex toy, adding that he went to leave when Denham began acting crazy. She's charged with felony assault.
I think it goes both ways there, dude.
Yep.
Sorry. I'm just, my observations, my opinion.
Yep. Assault, as well as menacing, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. She's in the Whitley County Detention Center in advance of a December 20th appearance in district court. Now, some judge somewhere in this county is going to have to sort all this out.
And how does a judge sit there with a serious face?
Well, you know what he's going to do? He's going to get this little tree. He's going to set it up there on the bench. And go, okay, which fork is you and which fork is you? That's my thought.
And I need some evidence. I need some physical evidence.
No. No, we don't need no stinking evidence. Like, not in my courtroom.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around what kind of...
Should have saved that one for last.
I mean, that must have been some kind of sex toy.
Some kind of cousins.
For a stabbing.
Some kind of cousins.
Yeah.
And from Indiana, a stolen sweet sweeper led Richmond, Indiana police on a pursuit last Sunday morning. The Richmond Police Department says third shift officers were called to respond in the 900 block of Butler Street around 1:30 a.m. Sunday on a report of a person driving in a piece of heavy machinery recklessly. Police said the driver, identified as Sammy Allen, 54, of Richmond, was reported to be swerving at people like he was trying to hit them and driving through residential yards. This is a street sweeper, y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know what? He could have been sweeping up leaves. It's
Well,
fall.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, hey, there's a piece of lint over there. I'm gonna go get it.
It was also reported that Allen struck other vehicles. However, officers did not locate any damaged vehicles. Officers located the street sweeper, which was later found to be stolen from a construction company doing construction on Sim Hodgson Parkway in Richmond. Police said Allen led officers on a pursuit of a very low speed of 10 to 15 miles an hour as he drove through the city. Allen struck a garage several times, causing the garage to partially collapse. Officers say Allen almost flipped the sweeper over while striking the garage. Police officers said they deployed spike strips, but mostly were unsuccessful due to Allen going slow enough to maneuver around most of them.
10 to 15 miles an hour.
Allen reportedly swerved at one officer who was attempting to set up the spike strips, causing the officer to seek cover. The pursuit ended when Allen went into the river in the street sweeper near the Veterans Memorial Park. The sweeper then became disabled and he attempted to flee on foot. He was apprehended with the assistance of the Wayne County Sheriff's Department K-9, according to the police department. He is still in police custody.
So you're on a 10 to 15 mile an hour
high-speed sweeper's pursuit. Code 3.
And you can't stop this guy.
It's going so slow you could go around the spike strips.
Okay, how about you, put up a blockade? I mean, you got like, look, we're 3 blocks away. We can put like 5 cars up in front of
obviously
intersection.
Go through a yard.
Well, so put them up in the yard. I mean,
I don't
know. Shades of O.J. Simpson.
10 miles up, 10 miles up I-5. Or whatever that interstate was. A 70-year-old Minneapolis woman allegedly threatened a state trooper with a fake gun made of duct tape and tinfoil before climbing onto a bridge over an interstate with a bottle of tequila in her hand. Go, Granny.
Good times. Woodstock!
Gene Hansen is charged with threats of violence, fleeing a peace officer, and 2 counts of DWI. Criminal complaint states the trooper began following Hansen's vehicle Saturday night when she was driving erratically near Concordia and Snelling Avenues in St. Paul, Minneapolis, excuse me.
Well, of course, law enforcement is so strong up there now because of... Yeah, never mind.
Hansen stopped in a closed traffic lane, exited her vehicle, and approached the trooper's squad car. Big no-no. Hey, officer, I'm trying to find my way out of here, she told the trooper, and he was aware that she had an active warrant. New grandma's wanted. The trooper asked Hansen to sit...
Do a new segment, Granny's on trial.
Grandpa's having a baby at 91, and Grandma's getting drunk hanging on a fence.
With a homemade shotgun or a homemade handgun.
The trooper asked her to go sit back in the car, and she refused, and she tried to go back in her own vehicle, at which point the trooper tried to pull her out of her car again. The complaint states that Hansen grabbed something that looked like a gun and pointed at the trooper, who retreated, obviously. She sped away from the scene in her vehicle.
What's she going to do? Bang.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Fall down.
Pew,
I got
pew.
you.
Yeah.
Pew, pew.
The car was later found nearby, and she was found hanging on a fence of the Pascal Street Bridge over Interstate I-94, drinking from a bottle of tequila and grabbing at the silver gun-shaped object in her waistband. Tinfoil and duct tape.
That's a band name. That is a tinfoil and duct tape. That's a band name.
Yep. Anyway, the complaint goes on and says that she told authorities she thought the trooper who stopped her was a threat to the public, which is why she grabbed her fake gun.
Yeah, because that's, a threat.
Yeah.
Right there.
Unfortunately, Miss Hansen has been committed as a mentally ill person.
Huh.
Was committed earlier this year following an assault charge. The complaints said, and she's also on a provisional discharge during this incident.
Well, bless your heart, Granny.
Poor Grandma. One too many tequila shots.
60s were good to her.
Yeah, apparently. A Florida inmate charged with assaulting his roommate, told the cops that the victim farts too much, stinking up the cell.
That's a reason for a stabbing.
And fails to give a courtesy flush after using the shared toilet in the cell. That's a double stabbing. Investigators allege that Christopher Callan, 33, pummeled Armando Dominguez during a confrontation Thursday night inside their cell at the Monroe County Detention Center in Key West. Callan has been jailed since his arrest in late September for failing to register as a sex offender with the Florida officials. Dominguez, locked up on a $40,000 bond, has been in custody since February on aggravated battery and indecent exposure.
It's a perfect roommates.
I know,
right there.
exactly.
Perfect cellmates right there.
During an interview at the hospital emergency room, Dominguez said he was cleaning the toilet when Callan grabbed him by the shirt and began punching him in the face and ribs. Dominguez, cops said that he had no idea why he was being attacked out of the blue and that it seemed random. The attack left Mr. Dominguez missing 2 teeth, a broken rib, and a swollen and bruised lip, and a left orbital socket.
Hey, that's brutal.
He got beat up.
Yeah.
When questioned by the cops, Mr. Callan, whose knuckles and hands were red, appeared to be provided with a motive for the assault, complained about his cellmate's flagellant and toilet habits. He also complained that Dominguez speaks weird languages, according to the arrest report. Callan has been charged with aggravated battery by an inmate, a felony for which he is scheduled to be arraigned on November the 19th. The judge has ordered Callan to have no contact with Mr. Dominguez. I'm going to assume
they're not in the same cell.
Somebody's been reassigned.
Yes, not in the same cell anymore. You know, look.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look. You know, I'm not proud of this, but I've spent at least a night in jail. And flatulence was, it was graded.
Graded.
It was not tolerated, it was graded. Like, dude, nice one there.
What, you have scorecards?
Well, yeah, we might as well have. We were bored. You know?
Oh, kiddo.
You know, you spend a night in jail, you got nothing else to do. Hey, listen to this one. There you go. Oh, nice one. I'll give that a 9.5.
Wouldn't there, something just comes to my mind, wouldn't there be a point during that game, let's call it a game, contest, that something else might happen?
Well, then you did have that stainless steel toilet that has no lid or anything else.
So in case something...
If something happened, yeah, if there was a shark going on.
Well, we want to thank everybody for coming by.
That's when.
Because guess what?
That's when you pull your tin cup up against the bars and go, guard! Guard!
Because apparently the show today is going right down the hole.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. As always, tips are appreciated. You can send some donations our way, Venmo at Beach Bums Media, or through Cash App, which will be the $ Beach Bums Media. For those of you that do send some our way from time to time, we definitely do appreciate it. If you'd like to be an advertising sponsor, you can always email us, beachbumsmedia@gmail.com, or give a call to 850-588-9275. We would love to talk to you about any sponsoring partnerships you would like to sponsor during the segment. Charmin, waiting on your phone call. Be sure to Google us at Beach Bums Media or In the Beer Cave with Rob and Ashley. If you like us, be sure to give us a thumbs up. And don't forget that ever-loving little blue box, subscribe.
And tell your friends and family.
Tell everybody.
We are getting more shares. We are getting more likes. We are getting more, and the more we build this, the more we progress, the more you share it for us.
We appreciate that.
The more that, that we can get this out there. And we're just trying to have fun and entertain people.
That's right.
And
you can always, like I said, share any link and any post that we have on our Facebook page or on the YouTube. You catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Google Play. Be sure and share that as well if you like to just drive around and be entertained for a few minutes during your brief jaunts around town or whatever you do.
Look, you listen to a lot of other drivel for over an hour. Every day of your life. All we're asking is for an hour of your time once a week. That's and our drivel.
That's right.
But we have fun doing it, and thank you for joining.
Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your Friday or weekend. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week. And thank you for stopping by.
And as always, thank you for letting us just be us. Love you. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.